Shalom, all praise good to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Wa'ar Kodash, the belongs to the apostles of Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar, Kabor, Rakar, Ramlab, and Shalom to all the sincere Achim that are pushing this written sincerity in the truth. I'm gonna make a video on this INF treaty withdrawal from America and Russia, That's not no small thing, man, because it's actually talking about making missiles that can hit their targets, man, you know. But before I continue, I want to say that the Most High is waking up his people, in these last days. But besides that, there's also a lot of things happening at the same time. So a lot of people are getting is woken up to the fact that they're Israelites, that the Bible speaks about that, and that they need to come back to the Heavenly Father. But there's also a lot of people that don't really take heed to Yahweh Shem Yeshai's words, man. And a lot of people are gonna be destroyed, man. A lot of people in your family, so-called loved ones, they didn't want to listen to the word, man. So the Most High is gonna take them out, man. So don't get too comfortable and think that the Most High is gonna have mercy on everyone. No, man. He might kill your mom and daddy, man. You need to think like that now. That's the time we're in, man. A lot of loved ones are gonna be put to death. So-called loved ones, because if they were so lovable, they were supposed to bow down to Yahweh, submit to Yahweh Shem Yashai, man. They all claim they believe in the Bible and stuff like that, but they don't believe in the Bible, man. They're not honest, to themselves. They want you to submit to them, to what they want, but they won't submit to a higher power, which is Yahweh Shem Yashai, man. And that's the problem now with our families, man. Salakia. So I'm gonna read the INF Treaty, which is the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty. It says the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, INF Treaty, formerly treaty between the United States of America and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics on the elimination of their intermediate range and shorter range missiles, It was a 1987 arms control agreement between the United States and the Soviet Union, and later its successor state, the Russian Federation, signed in Washington, D.C. by President Ronald Reagan and General Secretary Mikhail Gorbachev on 8 December 1987. The treaty was approved by the United States Senate on May 27, 1988, and ratified by Reagan and Gorbachev on 1 June 1988. Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty, okay? Here's Gorbachev and Reagan, effective 1st June 1988, expiration 1st February 2019 by the United States, and Russia was one day after, So, the INF Treaty eliminated all land-based ballistic and cruise missiles, as well as their launchers with ranges of 500 to 1,000 kilometers, short medium range, citing Russian non-compliance. U.S. President Donald Trump announced on October 20th, 2018 that he was withdrawing the U.S. from the treaty, and that's what America does, man. Their word, you can't trust them upon their word, man, So affected weapons. The following specific missiles, their launcher systems, and their transporter vehicles were destroyed, so-called destroyed. No, man, I don't believe that. United States BGM-10 ground launch cruise missile decommissioned. Pershing 1A decommissioned. Pershing 2 decommissioned. Soviet Union has a lot more missiles. You see that? Even back then. 1, 2, 3. You see 3 missiles over there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see 6 missiles over there, man. So ICBM, although let me read this. According to U.S. officials, Russia violated the treaty by testing this SSC-8 cruise missile in 2008. In 2008, the U.S. representatives briefed NATO on a Russian nuclear treaty breach again in 2014 and 2017. In 2013, reports came out that Russia had tested and planned to continue testing two missiles in ways that could violate the terms of the treaty. The SS-25 Road Mobile Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. That means it can go from continent to continent, all right? From like America, from like Russia to America, you know? Or Africa to South America, you know? Just giving an example. And the newer RS-26 ICBM, although neither missile is considered intermediate range. You see, so they talking shit again. Russia officials argued that the American decision to deploy the missile defense system in Europe was a violation of the treaty. Because I believe I already heard also that Reagan said that they won't move 1 inch to the right from Germany, where back then in 1997, NATO was basically saying that they won't move 1 inch to the right in from Germany, but now they're in Lithuania. They're trying to get with Ukraine as well, so they want to really get right next to Russia to mess it up, man. Russian experts also stated that the U.S. usage of unmanned aerial vehicles such as the MQ-9 Reaper and MQ-4 violated the INF treaty, you know. Reactions to withdrawal. Okay. But anyway, that's about it I want to talk about. And we're gonna look at the video now. All right.
Welcome back. In response to the United States' decision to pull out of the INF treaty, Moscow is firing back. The Russian Defense Ministry is now accusing Washington of producing.
So these are all strategic moves to get ready for war, man. Because we're already in the Third World War. The demonization, which is the first phase, already passed. Now you got the second phase, which is the tariffs and the sanctions, you know. That's the second phase, and now the third phase is going to be that physical war. But that war is spending, you know, but they have to get prepared. They want to still take down certain countries in order for them to be strategically better off, you know. Russia is basically already invested in Venezuela, plus China as well. So they're not going to allow America to just go in and do whatever they want, man. They want their money back. You know, and Venezuela is in debt to China, and they're paying back in resources. But that's just a way to secure their safety, because China is not gonna allow any other country. It's not gonna allow America to just get in there, you know. Because if Venezuela goes down, it'll domino effect to Nicaragua, which is also not with America, and Bolivia is the same thing, you know. So these countries still got presidents that, even though they have a central bank, they're not down with America, man. They're against America, you know. So that's gonna cause a lot of tension and problems, because people have enough of America, man, you know. And these presidents, they know about what happened to Panama, you know, things like that. They know that, man, you know. So they know that that's not their friend; they're their enemy, man.
Missiles that were banned under the treaty 2 years before it accused Russia of doing the same. RT's Rachel Blevins joins us live from the newsroom with the latest developments. Rachel.
Well, Ashley, Russia has announced that it is also pulling out of the Intermediate Range Nuclear Forces Treaty for the next 6 months in what it calls a mere response. President Putin said he was open to dialogue, but planned to wait until the U.S. matured sufficiently before holding meaningful conversation on the topic.
Our American partners said they were suspending their participation in the INF treaty, and we will suspend ours also. They announced they were conducting research and development, and we will do the same.
The Russian Defense Ministry is now taking it a step further and accusing the U.S. of planning to pull out of the treaty long before it accused Moscow of violating the agreement. But it was because the U.S. started producing weapons that were in violation of the treaty 2 years ago. Russia published an image of what it claims is a plant in Arizona where the U.S. started producing medium and short-range missiles that were prohibited under the agreement in June 2017. The defense corporation that owns the plant, Raytheon, signed a $900 million contract to develop the nation's next-generation air-launched nuclear cruise missiles just 2 months later. And Russia's defense ministry noted that the factory's facilities were expanded by 44% with 2,000 new employees in the last 2 years. Moscow is also accusing Washington of using bases in other countries to conduct missile launches that directly violate the treaty.
Since 2014, the US has deployed in Europe its Mk-41 missile launchers, which are suitable for American Tomahawk missiles, which is a direct violation of the treaty. These missile launchers are based in Romania and are ready to be constructed in Poland.
Okay, so what happened is there was this guy from Romania also that came to the camp, and he said that Americans are in his country, which is Romania. There's a heavy presence of American military in Romania, but because they're just preparing for war, man. These are just strategies. But the only thing they're doing is just preparing for war. But the people think that, it's about sanctions and this and that, and meddling. No, this is gonna be world war. Who's gonna be the next boss upon this planet Earth? Which is it's only a matter of time before it happens. And yeah, in the meantime, what we're supposed to be doing is pushing out these prophecies, man. That Yahweh Shemir Shai is waking up his people, and we need to go back to Yahweh Shemir Shai, because if we don't, we'll be caught out there, man, being put to death, being destroyed by all these things that are gonna happen, man. All these big events will affect the infrastructure and the security of the people, upon this planet Earth, and that's when Yahweh Shemir Shai is the one that you need to have on your side, because he's going to protect you. He's going to guide you towards security, which is, even though it's not going to look like you're secure, but Yahweh Shemir Shai is going to make sure that you got what you need, man. This is going to be the worst. There's never going to be a worse time upon this planet Earth ever, so let me read it. Let's check out the rest of the video. Afterwards, I'm going in the scriptures.
The Pentagon also allotted $58 million for a research and development program for ground-launched intermediate-range missiles in November 2017. Reports at the time claimed the research was aimed at potentially reviving an arsenal of prohibited ground-based intermediate-range missiles if Moscow continued violating the pact. However, the anonymous U.S. officials did not provide proof that Russia was violating the treaty at the time, and with Moscow giving Washington a taste of its own medicine, it remains to be seen if the landmark INF treaty will ever be fully restored. In Washington, Rachel Blevins, RT.
Hey YouTube, thanks for...
Good. So yeah, man, that's basically what's happening, man. And these nuclear missiles, they're no joke, man. That's a nuclear missile right there. So these type of missiles, this is probably not an intercontinental ballistic missile, but it's easily it's all about so-called these so-called treaties and stuff like that, because they have equipment that can easily reach America, man. They had that for a long time, man. Now, especially nowadays, back then they had to go to Cuba and stuff like that, but that's not how do you say that? That was not necessary because they already, I believe, even then they had already had the intercontinental ballistic missile. Actually, I'm not sure, but I'm almost positive because that's just a way of provoking and showing that they're not scared of America, you know. But they basically set up the nuclear missiles at Cuba, you know. But these missiles will two 200,000 missiles, you know. Um, those will hit America, man. You know, and that's in the scriptures. But let's go in the scriptures. So this is Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. You know, and what they doing is they're devising iniquity because they signing treaties and stuff like that. But on the but actually they already know what their plan is. Their agenda is different, man. They not about to keep any treaty, man. You know, because they feel they above those treaties. They don't have to do. They don't have to keep them. You know, and they covet fields and take them by violence, houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. You know, so they covet fields. And basically what they like to how do you say that dominate the whole planet Earth, you know, and that's not that's only gonna cause their own destruction, man, you know. So let's go to Isaiah 13, you know. Bear with me for a minute. Gun. So this is Isaiah 13:4, and I haven't read the scripture in a long time, man. That's why I decided to come to this scripture. This is Isaiah 13:4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together. The Lord of hosts mustered the host of the battle. All right, that's talking about World War III, man. You know, they come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. All right, that's gonna happen to America, man. You know. So they come from the end of heaven, man. You know. That's it says even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation, which means his righteous anger to destroy the whole land, you know. And what the Most High is gonna do is righteous, right? That's why it said indignation. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. So the Most High is behind this, man. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt. And people are gonna be scared, man. Probably even the elect gonna be scared, you know. But we're still gonna be like, hey, we knew about it, but it's still different if it happens, man. You know. And they shall be afraid. Pangs and sorrow shall take hold of them. They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames. They shall be amazed because they proud devils, man. They think that they're never gonna go down, and all these things can't happen to them. It only happens to faraway countries, you know, that are less superior than them, less civilized, so-called civilized than them. But it's gonna happen to them, man. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, So Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna destroy the sinners out of it, man, So a lot of Jakes are gonna be put to death, A lot of Edomites are gonna be put to death. All the nations that live in America are gonna be put to death, man, So the ones that are not sinners, that keep Yahweh Shem Shai's word and want to come back to Yahweh Shem Shai, they will be saved out of it, man. The chariots are going to be save them, For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in its going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine, And I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So the Most High is going to bring down their arrogancy and the pride of them. He's going to stop it. He's going to cease, cause it to stop, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. So they're so-called terrible, but they're not going to, they're not going to be haughty anymore, man. Which is, let me look up the word just to be sure. Haughty. Oh man, come on, there's a baby name. So okay. Let me check it out again. Okay, haughtiness. Let's see. Yeah, it's Old English, of course. Haughty, arrogantly superior and disdainful. You see, proud, vain, arrogant, conceited, snobbish, stuck up, pompous, self-important, superior, self-important. Come on, that's the first time I heard this, man. You think important, that you're important of yourself, superior, egotistical, supercilious, condescending, lofty, patronizing, smug, scornful, contemptuous, disdainful, overweening, overbearing, imperious, lordly, cavalier, high-handed. High-handed. Yeah, it sounds funny, man, They're not going to be high-handed anymore, man, It's going to stop. Marcus says, the Most High said, he will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, It shall be, therefore I will shake the heavens, and the earth shall remove out of her place in the wrath of the Lord of hosts, and the day of his fierce anger, and it shall be as the chased roe, and as a sheep that no man taketh up. They shall every man turn to his own people, and flee every one into his own land, because there's not going to be any money anymore to make out of America, So all these countries, are they're gonna they're gonna come up against America. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. And the Medes is talking about Russia, It's in that area where Russia is at right now, So if you look at that map, I'm not gonna go into it now, but you'll see that that's talking about Russia, where the Russians dwell at now. So we shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it, because you can't buy these people with money, man, like these Latin American presidents. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah, which is with fire from heaven, man, It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there, But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there. But I jumped from, from I jumped a couple of verses over here. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, their wives ravished. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. So all these things is things that the Most High allowed his men to write down, because it has to come to pass. Anything that Yahweh Shem Shai says in the scriptures is gonna come to pass. Numbers 23:19. The Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the Son of Man that he should repent. Had he said, and shall he not do it? Or had he spoken, and shall he not make it good? And wait, let me go back. Behold, I have received commandment to bless, and he that blesseth, and I cannot reverse it. Yeah, but so the Most High can't reverse his word, man. Okay, so that's what it is, man. So no, I mean, let me see if I can find it. Is this, or it was second? It was 19 and 11, or it was 20 and 11, man. Let's see. If it's wait. Let me see. Come. So this is Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him, and he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushai. Worship the Most High. For the testimony of Yahushai is the spirit of prophecy. You see? The spirit of the Most High is the spirit of prophecy. And that's what you see with the men of GMS and certain other camps, certain other brothers that are not part of GMS, but still teach the doctrine. They all push the videos, man. They all push the prophecies. They all talk about the things that are in the news right now, man. The scriptures say, "Watch as well as pray." So we always occupied in prophecies. We're always sending each other videos about prophecy. That's our main thing of the day, man. We busy with this word 24/7, man. If you don't hear, if you don't know something, if someone has never heard about it, we make a video on it and we send it to each other. That's how we work. So all these prophecies will come to pass, and America will be destroyed soon, man. You know. Go. So this is Sirach 25:7. I want to close out on this one. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy. In the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that had joy of his children, and he that liveth to see the fall of his enemy. Yeah, man. So Yahweh Tazah, I be one of those men. We be one of those. We be of those men that see the fall of our enemies, man. Even though certain of us will die as martyrs, but we'll still be the first ones in the chariots to come back in that new body anyway. So Yahweh Tazah, those days will come soon. Because we don't want to work for Esau anymore, man. We don't want to be in this wicked kingdom that has women ruling over men. You know, all this hell, you know, the power these hoes get as well, man. You know, it's very, very angering, you know. Um, the wicked ways of these Edomites, you know, how they deal with you, you know. They work you, you know, you do a damn hard job, and they still don't pay you the way you're supposed to get paid, you know, things like that, man. So with that, I want to say all praise go to the Most High, Yahweh Bashem Yashai, Wa Rakakodash, and a shalom to the sincere Achim that I push this word in sincerity and truth, man. Shalom.